Hey YouTube, it's Weird Paul. April 16th was Record Store Day. I don't usually buy anything for Record Store Day, but this year I did. When I went into a store and saw thousands of indie and punk 7-inches from the last 25 years, I had to splurge. I got over 20 records for just $2 each, and though you may not have heard of many or any of these bands, you're going to see a lot of colored vinyl and cool packaging today. I bought each of these records for a different reason, so let's check them out. Let's start off with this 1992 release from Pineapples. I love this cover art, and I also love that the record is on white vinyl. It was released on the Shimmy Disc subsidiary label Cocoa Pop. Next up we have this 1994 record by the Goose. I saw the Goose live back in '94, and I always liked their cover of the '60s song Build Me Up Buttercup. Even better, this record comes with a 12-page comic book. Now we have a record that is not round. This split 7-inch by the bands Father Figure and Crow is not only clear, but it is also a square. And it's a lot thicker than a normal record. I also got this 7-inch by the prolific lo-fi artist Soul Junk. It's called 1946, but it came out in 1995, and it's on Sub Pop, which is, as some of you may know, the label that introduced Nirvana to the world. Okay, now we've got a lovely little record called Satan Says Kill by a band called Nazi Death Camp. It's from 2009, and I think it's a German band. Now we have some great green vinyl. It's from the Japanese punk band Fifi and the Mach 3, and it came out in 1994 on the Pittsburgh label Get Hip. I actually remember hearing the song Cherry Boy Cutie Boy back in the 90s. This is probably my favorite cover art that I found. This record by Mach, A Helen is covered in stickers. These were obviously all put on by hand. I wonder how many records like this they made. I also picked up a few classic records by local Pittsburgh bands that I never got when they came out. The first one is the 1988 single Runaway Barge by ATS. The last time I did a show with ATS was almost 25 years ago in 1991, and I'm actually playing with them for the second time this month. I got the Crowflies 1989 Babe EP, released on Cubist, and it's number 310 out of 500. Crowflies guitarist Matt Marcus was the guy that produced my 1991 album Low Fidelity, High Anxiety. And I got this 1994 7-inch by Liquid Brick, who came from the South Hills of Pittsburgh where I grew up. Clear vinyl for the win. Why did I buy this 7-inch by the Stun Guns? Was it A, because Chow Yun Fat is on the cover, B, because there's a song called Make That To Go Girls on Drugs, or C, because it's on clear red vinyl? The answer is all of the above. Here's something called Absurd 33. Awesome octagonal cover art, and it's number 159 out of 333. The Homo Stupids are a band from Cleveland that I did a show with back in 2007. Cool marbled pink vinyl. Here's something interesting. This 1991 Satin Chickens release is on the label Sympathy for the Record Industry, which put out some good albums. I bought it because it appeared to be a 3-record set, but upon closer examination I realized it was only a 2-record set. This third record with a blank label doesn't belong in here, and even listening to it doesn't solve the mystery.
Sex.
Okay. I got this 1991 Spitboy record that's on the label Lookout. Some of you may recognize that as the label that released the first 2 Green Day albums around that time. I got a record from the Boston area band Tommy and the Terrors. This is from 2002, and it's on marbled aqua vinyl. Nice. Here's a split 7-inch from a side project of Guided by Voices' Mitch Mitchell from 1996, and it's on a marbled maroon-colored vinyl. I also scored this clear blue vinyl release from 1996 that includes a song by the awesome hockey rock band the Zambonis. I really can't find any info at all about this Injured List EP. And I admit I only bought it because it has a song called I Think You Pooped. The oldest record I got was this 1980 double 7-inch release by Lena Lovitch on Stiff Records. But this was the record that I was most excited about. This 1992 release on Quarter Stick Records by one of my favorite 90s bands, Mule. I actually had addressed an envelope in the early 90s to mail away and buy this record. But I ended up being broke for a while, and I couldn't afford it. Now I have it, and it cost me less to get it than it would have over 20 years ago. Finally, before I go, let's take a look at a few non-standard size records that I got. This one, by Ars Morera Resurrectionists, is actually a 6-inch instead of the usual 7-inch. I'm not going to complain about the missing inch. I also got a couple of 10-inch records. This one is by the Buffalo, New York band The Control, and it's the first and only record I own on two-tone vinyl. And I got this 10-inch by the band Job for a Cowboy. It's a 2010 Record Store Day release, and it's still sealed. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my Record Store Day haul. If you did, don't forget to click on the like button down below. I'll see you soon with more memories. Thanks, YouTube.